gentlemen, we're gathered here today to announce a big signing at the football club. If we could keep flash photography to a minimum until after the questions, but I'd like to welcome Neil Jones in, and if you give him a big round of applause. Thank you very much. First of all, I'd just like to say thanks to our main sponsors, One Stop Property, for making all this possible. Now, if anyone's got any questions, we welcome them.
Hi, Matthew Richard Gray here from The Guardian.
Hi, Richard.
Hi. Obviously, this has been a big signing for Merlins Bridge. Personal terms, we hear, Neil has his demands. We hear it's a chicken jowl Frazee on match day this time, as well as his flights. How well do you feel your personal relationship with Neil from the youth days helped the negotiations?
Obviously, it played a big part in bringing him to the club. I've known Neil a long time, and I know exactly what he can do on the pitch. He's obviously a massive character off the pitch. He'd be great to have in the dressing room. Financial side, obviously, we've had with help from our sponsors. We were willing to pay the flight. I think we've got a fair deal with Joondalup City in the Western Australian League, and we're happy with the terms that we've agreed, both with Neil and both with the club, because we think that he's worth it, and we think that he's gonna bring us on to that next level.
Okay, no problem. Neil, quick question for you. Obviously, some would say you've had an up and down time here in Perth. Obviously, sent off 3 times in your last 4 matches. How do you feel that's affected your confidence, and do you feel you're match fit coming to the new season in Pembrokeshire Leagues?
Firstly, the sending offs, football over here is a lot different to how it is back home. And as well as that, I did feel as if being a foreign player in a different country, I was targeted somewhat. And secondly, regarding the fitness, I spoke to Matthew and I spoke to Nathan Thomas on the phone briefly, and my fitness won't be an issue. There's no way would Merlins Bridge be making a gamble, because this is a gamble, don't get me wrong. They've taken a big risk on me here, and I wouldn't let him do that if my fitness wasn't up to scratch.
We've done a lot of work on Neil's fitness out here. Run on the beach is one of the hardest things you can do. So he's been doing a lot of that up the sand dunes, and I think that he's ready. Obviously, with his ban in place for the, we've got to speak about for the race incident. It's something that we need to, we've got a few more weeks before he arrives, and he will be more than match fit, and he'll be raring to go.
Hi Matthew, it's Jonathan Venables here from the Western Telegraph and Milford Mercury.
Good to see you.
Hi, how's things? Hi Neil. Firstly, it's a question for you, Matthew. Firstly, I'd like to say it's brilliant to see Merlins Bridge making steps like this to secure a player of Neil's calibre. Firstly, I'd like to ask, how do you think the current sort of players will adapt to Neil's style, and also joining up with the team so late in the season?
Well, we're 4 games in, and obviously with his ban in place, it's going to be about 8 games, into the season when we bring him in. We're hoping to be obviously all in all competitions. We've got a fantastic squad, and a talent like Neil's has only got to be welcomed into that squad. Now, the existing players, as a player myself, former player myself, obviously, bringing a player in, you've got to accept that with the quality that Neil's got, that someone is going to lose their position, but that's the way football works, and that's not for me or Neil to talk about. That's for the management to decide where he fits into the team. But I can guarantee you, off the field, he will fit in perfectly well.
Thank you for that, Matthew. Just talking about the manager here shortly, would you like to, it's quite well publicised about the player relations with the current coach stroke manager. Would you like to elaborate on that at this point in time?
We're not going to speak about the day. We were here to speak about Neil Jones, a fantastic signing, and we're not going to touch on the existing management today. No.
Okay, and just one final question, really, Neil. Where do you see yourself and Merlins Bridge being obviously 8 games in when you're looking to make your debut? Do you have any aspirations for the club this season? I mean, how do you feel the squad is looking from your point of view coming in?
Yeah, very good. They've started reasonably well, and I spoke to Nathan Thomas on the phone. I wouldn't be joining this club if they couldn't challenge on all 4 fronts this season. I like to be challenging the top of the league, and I couldn't be motivated if they weren't challenging the top of the league. I'm going there to win things and get Merlins Bridge back to where they were. And hopefully myself and my experience, I can bring that along, help them win things.
Fantastic. Okay, if we could just have the formalities, then Neil.
Let's get the signing done, please, Neil.
Thank you very much. Could you just look this way, please, gentlemen?
Yeah.
The Sun newspaper.
Yep.
And one more, please.
Thank you.
Congratulations.